So whether it's organizing your space, finding kitchen shortcuts, or if you're looking for clever solutions to everyday challenges, get ready to discover some practical solutions that will transform your home and make your life easier. Hello and welcome. For the ones who are new to this channel, my name is Rakhi and my channel is dedicated to simplify your life and make it more enjoyable. So let's do it. So tip number 1 is regarding storing cake. Many times after a birthday celebration or a party, we are left with the cake and then to store it, or sometimes even if you want to pass it on to someone, it's a bit tricky because you want to place it in a container without spoiling the sides of the piece. Here's a way how to do it effectively. So next tip is how you can peel the garlic quickly when you're short of time. So if you need a lot of garlic and you're short of time, you don't have the time to peel clove by clove, this is what you can do. So the next tip is regarding frying. Now I'm not a very big fan of frying things. I prefer using the air fryer compared to deep frying in the oil. But there are certain starters or there are certain things that actually need deep frying.
In order to avoid all the oil that splatters when you put in cold starters, just add 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, give it a nice stir, and then you continue frying. And you will notice that there is hardly any oil that splatters all over. Reduces the risks of burns and keeps your kitchen counter clean.
Okay, so next tip is regarding the bread. The loaf of bread usually comes with a plastic tie which you just twist in every time you take out a slice of bread or two. But I'm one of those who loses these ties very easily, especially after 2-3 days of using the bread, and I'm looking for it and I don't find it anywhere. So here's a trick that you can use in order to safely close the bread without it getting dried and without using any plastic tie or rubber bands. So we all are aware that if things are organized in a certain manner, it is so much more easier to find what you're actually looking for. So I realized that if I had caps organized in a drawer, one on top of the other, it's actually hard to find which one you're looking for. So I found this very simple and effective manner to organize all the caps and jockeys. Let's take a look how to do it.
You just need a clothes hanger which can be either plastic or wooden, and then you attach curtain rings that you have in the house and then organize caps one by one. You can organize them by size, by color. If you have too many caps, you can also use 2 hangers.
Many of the frozen food that we buy comes with a lot of air in it. So when you're opening a new bag, you can try this technique in order to avoid clipping them either with plastic ties or with rubber bands. You can just make a V-shaped cut on the bag on both the sides, and after you remove the ingredients that you need, the rest can be tied into a knot and stored back in the freezer. Okay, now the next one, I'm sure you all are going to relate with it. Many times when we receive gifts and the bag is really pretty, we tend to store it for future use. But when actually the time comes to find the bag and use it for recycling, you can't really find it. And what you can do is, with the technique that I'm going to show you, you're going to have all the bags organized in such a nice manner that whenever you need a gift bag of a particular size, you can easily find it.
I have used a huge bag which I had in the house. I have made a cut, as you can see, on one side from where I'm inserting all these bags which are already arranged in order of size. Now I hang it with the use of a hanger, and whenever I need a bag of certain size, it's so easy to find and pull it out.
If you use steel vessel for cooking and you're not sure whether it's hot enough or it has reached the required temperature or not, You can use the water droplet test, which is a safe method to find out if the vessel has reached the required temperature.
This shows that the vessel is not hot enough, but when you add some water drops and the drops start dancing around the vessel, it means it's really hot.
So we've already reached the second last tip. Now, we all use fabric shavers in order to keep our clothes looking newer, refreshed and without the pilings, especially when we have sweaters, and on this part of the sweater, usually the pile-up gets collected. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you certain tips so that you can use your fabric shaver effectively.
Place the fabric on a flat surface always and start with the test area so that you don't spoil the fabric in case it's very delicate, and always empty the lint compartment where all the pilings get collected for optimum usage of your fabric shaver.
If you're looking for the tomatoes in the fridge to last longer than they usually do, try this little trick and you will see the difference.
Tomatoes remain fresh when they are attached to the stem. So in order to maintain their freshness in the refrigerator, you can just put a tiny piece of tape on the stem part and store them facing downwards. This will increase their life and they will stay fresh for a very long time when it's maintained in an airtight container.
So here we are. These were certain tips that I wanted to share with all of you because I found them really beneficial and I hope they were useful to you as well. And of course, I would like to thank all the new subscribers. Thank you for showing in the support. From the bottom of my heart, I'm really grateful for it. I will see you soon again in my next video with many more amazing tips on various topics. Bye-bye.